What's up, guys, and welcome to Resident Evil Requiem review. This is my game of the year. Look, I know Fable is coming out. I know the powerhouse Rockstar with GTA 6 is finally being released this year. But for what Capcom did with this game, it at least deserves to be nominated for Game of the Year. There's a whole lot of pros and not too many cons in my opinion. The first and biggest pro for me was atmosphere and environment.
Damn, look at that atmosphere though. Wow. Environment artists go hard. Dude, this feels like a fucking real alley, dude. It's crazy.
Probably the biggest W in this game. Every location you're in, it feels like a real place, especially if you're playing in first person. Every little nook and cranny had something there for you to find, something hidden away off the beaten path, just like in every Resident Evil game, capturing the subtle nuances of horror, the unknown of the darkness, allowing silence to be deafening. You get that spike of adrenaline when you just hear footsteps walking around.
Sick.
They captured the pure horror aspect perfectly when you're playing as Grace, to then feeling like the badass of all badasses when you're playing as Leon Walk 'em Down Kennedy. And going from Grace to Leon, that character switch wasn't just a character switch. On Leon's side, it would have these big, epic action cinematic moments.
Yeah. Holy shit. Leon Kennedy's the coolest character ever.
You could be in the same building as Grace and Leon and it feel completely different. They did a good job at differentiating them atmospherically. Environmentally.
Oh my god. Nice. Let's go! What's up, doctor?
And all the things in the music and the gameplay, what have you. And even allowing you to choose how you want to play. You could play Grace and Leon in first person, or both in third person, or the way they intended with Grace in first person, so her shit is just spookier, scarier. First person is just scarier. And third person for Leon for the action classic Resident Evil awesomeness. I personally played both sides in third person, except for the beginning with Grace. I did try it in first person and I did like it, but there would be moments where it felt like she should be running like a psychopath at the moment. And it would just feel like a leisure jog in first person. In third person, you could see her body language stumbling around, looking goofy. You know, like a normal person would when running from a fucking demon in the darkness. I just think it hit more in third person. And it's just classic Resident Evil, and that's just what I prefer. Second pro, story and characters.
I know now that you're the one that I've been searching for. The special one, the chosen one. Miss Ashcroft.
I was so invested in this story. Even before playing the game, you just never know what you're gonna get with a Resident Evil story. What twists and turns will take place, giving us a new character alongside the greatest Resident Evil character of all time and interweaving their storylines so seamlessly. It was a goddamn chef's kiss, dude. Grace's storyline off rip was so interesting. Her mother was a survivor of the Raccoon City incident. Victor Gideon is after her for some reason. Grace is like if you got to play as Ashley in Resident Evil 4, just in a more interactive way. Now don't get me wrong, there's definitely moments where you feel like Ashley, just helpless and defenseless.
It's all good! It's not good! It's not good!
But Grace had a little fight her, dude, even though she's fucking like just breathing in your ear the whole goddamn time. Which could get a little irritating, but I mean, it just makes sense. A normal person in this situation would be terrified. Bringing Leon back now just felt right for some reason. He's coming back while we're going back to Raccoon City. Well, spoiler, the whole RPD section of this game is so nostalgic. I don't think there's many games that can do that. These games have spanned so long. Like Resident Evil 2 was in the 90s. And if you played from then until now, dude, this must feel so like just such a full circle moment. Seeing some of the old puzzles, literally being chased by Mr. X again. And yes, he's still terrifying.
Oh, he's chasing me! Holy f***, that's terrifying, dude.
But this section just added so much more for Leon, character-wise. He's realizing he's getting this second chance at the same place where it all started. A second chance to save everyone. Even remembering from Resident Evil 2 those hard-hitting moments where he couldn't save people.
You're a cop. You're supposed to know something. How did this happen?
Damn, dude.
And then you had the villain Victor that just did so much in such subtle ways. In his mannerisms, the way he talked in that low, creepy voice. Even the way he would like apprehend people all nonchalant, just grab them and choke them out, dude. Or just the overall creepy vibes you got from him in moments where he thinks he's alone.
I've done it. I've done it.
Third pro gameplay.
Get that Liu Kang kick.
The Metroidvania-ness of this game is so addicting. It really allows you to feel like you're winning, even in this terrifying place. Those aha moments when you figure out a puzzle, or just the classic feel of like an RE2, RE3 big enclosed area that you have to sneak around and avoid danger while trying to figure out the big map puzzle of it all. Into the high octane swinging a chainsaw, Liu Kang kicking people when you're Leon. At first it seemed like that was it for Leon's sections, just shorter action crazy sections. But then Leon gets his own, like, classic RE section in Raccoon City. I don't know what it is about that game style, but I love it. It never gets old for me. But it does lead me into my one little con for this game. First con, difficulty.
Standard, modern, standard, class. A balanced experience of suspense and accomplishment at the standard difficulty found among modern Resident Evil games. This game mode can be changed to casual on the game over screen.
This game for some reason only had casual, standard classic, and standard modern for difficulty selections. But as you go through the game, you slowly realize they're kind of just giving you way too much stuff. One thing about Resident Evil games is your resource management, really trying to avoid danger at times like your Solid Snake, or if you are in danger, resorting to meleeing so you don't lose any bullets. It didn't really feel like that was in here, because I felt like I just always had bullets. Any moment where I was like, yo, what can I do? Oh, I could just shoot him in the head a bunch of times. Besides like the beginning hospital section with Grace, that portion at the beginning of it, I felt like, oh shit, dude, I don't got enough bullets for this stuff. But once I got the blood thing and just started making bullets, it was all good. So that resource management feeling was there at the beginning of the game, but not really towards the later side of the game. I think this game needed a hardcore difficulty, which was weird that it didn't have it, seeing that previous Resident Evil games did have it. I think hardcore is the perfect difficulty. It's not insane where you just hate everything, and it's not way too easy where you just have too much. It's that perfect middle ground of challenging yourself without hating yourself. I didn't die nearly as much as I have in previous Resident Evil games. But other than that, this game was nothing short of incredible. I just had so much fun, dude. And Capcom just always finds a way to make this franchise feel fresh. I give this game a Leon one-liner out of 10.
Or we can begin your treatment.
Silent treatment, I hope.
Real quick, I'm so glad they just never took that away from Leon. He just has those corny one-liners and it just never gets old. The amount of memes that have come out, hilarious. I love them. But really, I give this game about a 9.9 out of 10. Minus 0.1 for the difficulty. But then I give it back because of all the Leon one-liners. So it's a 10 out of 10. But that is it for me. That is my review of Resident Evil Requiem. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me how you felt about this game. Did you love it? Did you hate it? What do you think, dude? And click the bell for notifications for more videos like this. And I will see you in the next one. So take care now, and bye-bye then. Ta-ta.